afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, host Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, Hero Strike, Defender of the Fatherland. Off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Vilshanka. Recently out here with the update, a new map. So there you have that one. The setting is to the Western Front. As the American army marches towards German lines, LukePraiseStone moves ahead for America, freedom, and democracy. Attacking force here with the 1st Armored Division versus in the east we got Quritz fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, the 3rd Panzergrenadier Division with armored elements supported. And we got here German Mechanized Mobile Defense and Spearhead with Panzergrenadier Infantry, Panzerfaust versus LukePraiseStone's Infantry with Triple Infantry. Also, the YouTube channel hit 15,000 subscribers recently, so hooray there! Big thanks to everybody who's been supporting whatever way they can. In particular, big thanks to those who've been donating or pledging on Patreon, and those will allow me to keep doing this. But also, a nice big round of applause for all those, of course, being sharing, talking, and spreading the word of the mighty and awesome Propagandacast. So back anyways to the action here. We got Infantry Company immediately chosen by LukePraiseStone, augments his rifle with the ability to throw down sandbags when necessary. He's moving across the sort of centre north, with Quritz sort of even more aggressively spreading out, which is a bit more risky for the Wehrmacht in certain circumstances. And Navarre going for double Pioneer Grenadier build. No machine guns yet here for Quritz. Sandbags being tossed down here as well. So very slow approach here, very slow approach by Quritz. The rifle moving ahead, going for the centre victory point. Right away. Almost got the fuel point here. Grenadier squad number 2 moving in to support the first one. Very good, very good. Not even barbed wire here to help make it harder for them to use the sandbags there easily. And there you go. Pioneers catching the rifle. They're going to need support from the Grenadiers from the other side. Pioneers were taking heavy losses. They run close to the rifle. There you go. They're getting some damage. And rifle falling back across negative cover. Pretty good there for Quritz. Not entirely sure that's actually the best move there by LukePraiseStone, since the Grenadiers were actually not able to get good hits on them while they were still there. So that actually I think worked out well there for Quritz. Who I should know, I think, is rank 18 with the Wehrmacht right now. Luke is rank 80 with the Americans. So little fun facts there. Of North, we're thinking about that behind Quritz lines. Pioneers from North are going for the fuel point there. In the south, we could see a standoff between the Grenadier squad and the Rifle squad. But there we go. House right in front of the victory point. Should be able to defend the fuel point and put more pressure there on Luke. In the centre, the Rifle not keeping up occupation of Quritz forces, but they are slowly bleeding out. And they've yet to score a single kill on the Grenadiers, which actually means with only 2. Oh, he even got a wipe. This is a big loss for Luke. Big win there for Quritz, in particular since Grenadiers in an absolutely excellent state. Of North, Pioneers versus Rifle trying to get the point into neutral. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. There we go. Pioneers taking minor losses. Need to fall back soon. And the South Grenadiers pushing the Rifle there with all speed and haste. Barbed wire going up there on the Iraqian Schlepper Ost. And Grenadiers are going for the other point right next to the fuel point. In fact, that's the car point for it. So Quritz there. Aggression knows no bounds. The 3rd Panzergrenadier Division strikes for Deutschland. Divisions are retreating, having encountered some nasty German resistance. Being surrounded here, they need to retreat to them. They've got a Grenadier squad from the south and then flank the rifle there. Good fluid manoeuvre there by Quritz. LukePraiseStone there with the short one rifle is trying to play catch up. Going for the cap, and he might try and rely there on some stewards and other things to push the game back against Quritz. And the 3rd Panzergrenadier Division. Back here at base, we got buildings up for the medic bunker, and we got tech as well here for Quritz. 1st Armoured strikes. And it's infantry, that is. Well, you can soon consider mortar attack, but they're still supportive versus Quritz. So considering Quritz forces mostly infantry, the mortar attack might not be as efficient as they'd gone for a lot of machine guns, but he could still see some usage. Though he might be better off waiting and probably just focusing on other elements like a faster steward, pack howitzers, and later down the road Browning light machine guns. Grenadiers are being overwhelmed. Look, capping out here for LukePraiseStone, grabbing the victory point in the centre again. Grenadiers almost been wiped out, but Lucky Ludwig makes it out of there. Why does it call you Lucky Ludwig? Well, I only get shot in my ass for some reason. I don't know why they insist I'm lucky, but I guess it's because I'm not dead. But my god, my ass. It's a pincushion by now. Pioneers with the halfway down there with the flamethrower up north there. We got the Grenadiers inside the church. The great Orthodox Church of Western Europe. Belgium. Belgians. Pfft. Anyways, in the centre there, Pioneers pushing back the Riflemen. Grenadiers moving ahead here. And over here we got the like to make a nice company out there for Quritz. Captain there firing away. Thompson's being unloaded upon German troops at a rather unhelpful distance. Pioneers are taking some hits as well. Pioneers then need to be a bit careful. Out in the open, they're easy targeted, though the Captain's and heavy cover the flame can of course do a bunch of damage there as well. Back here we got an ambulance loader for Luke. His men are quite beaten up. And there go Pioneers forcefully pushed off the field. And up north the right line is another Pioneer squad. Quickly popping into the church. In the south, they're grabbing points to further the fuel point. The stuff doesn't go straight for the fuel point, instead of just harasses points in the south. I do think Luke could just benefit just pushing straight for it. Got light machines up there for Quiritz's Grenadiers of the 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division, which, despite how the name sounded, weren't exactly armoured infantry. Most of them just truck-borne infantry, usually with a battalion of Stuks attached to them from other motorised vehicles. If they had any armoured half-trucks or anything like that, it usually was because they'd either absorbed up some elements from anything else, or, when in a really, really rare case, an actual elite unit. Rather than need to fall back, them having laid over light machine guns, low on health of the riflemen probably should just be retreating here. In the south region, finally going for the film, they got Pioneers, we got volley fire there, trying to push the Pioneers down. Problem is, it makes them more, easy targets for the Pioneers. Plus, the flamethrower doesn't quite care about being suppressed nearly as much. And then there we got Luke retreating as Quritz strikes going off the fuel point there. Counter-attacking with Captain the rear stones. Quritz really keeping up pressure. They're keeping up aggression. He is relentless. He is merciless. And there you go, Rearsons there finding an angry bunch of Germans with a light machine on the retreat path here. Rather than setting out, and we got here the Stuart lighting on the way there for Luke. That's going to be a bit of a problem now for Quritz, who does not have any anti-tank weapons. He's also not been laying down mines from what I can tell, meaning he's going to have no way immediately stopping it. Though we do have some Panzer Grenadiers on the way, which is nice to see. Very nice to see. There's been a slight increase, I think, over on Wehrmacht players going for Panzer Grenadiers. Though, of course, still many that sort of very much stick to the, how to say, a orthodox and rigid just Grenadier spam strategy. Clearly, Quritz is not one of those. He's more of a Catholic when it comes to sort of build orders, clearly. Anyways, Stuart on the way there. Got a rifle grenade off here. Interesting if it adds light machines to the wrist. I mean, they can be used in most places, just go bazookas. But clearly, Luke is more worried about the enemy infantry. Plus, he's going for the captains, he's going to tank guns. So he probably just figures, just get as many light machine guns down. He can put more pressure on Quritz. Though I probably would recommend at least another rifle squad to really take advantage of all of these light machine guns down the road. Swimming up here, catching the Grenadiers. Stays a respectful distance. He knows his opponent's got range to their bulletins on the Grenadiers, so he doesn't want to get too close and I'd say punished. Good move there. Grenadiers just immediately retreating, having no anti-tank weapon to deal with it. Could be here that Quritz might be planning Panzer strikes for the Panzer Grenadier, or he could be planning for Pack 40 in a few moments. We shall see what it ends up with here for Quritz. So far, though, 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division is in control here of the roads and most of the eastern side of the map. Got the Stuart moving up there, Panzer Grenadiers nearby, quickly falling back here, and there we go, not fast enough. Riflemen doing what they can there. Though lacking grenade, they don't have any weak base of pulling out, nor any artillery. That's a bit unfortunate here for LukePraiseStone, certainly something that creates our mate is going to be more than keen to take advantage of. But we got the anti-tank on the way there. Luke is clearly worried about Quritz going for some kind of vehicles, maybe rushing for medium armor, so he wants to be ready. Blades are opening up, Brian up, shooting up in the Panzer Grenadier. 30 cavalry rounds flying from there you go. Got the Stuart joining in with its own machine guns and its own main gun. Otto falls first. But we got Grenadiers moving up to cover up the rear, allowing the Panzers to more safely escape. And there you go. Reasons out in the open as the Grenadiers rifle grenade off here. Oh, flanking the rifle. Sadly doesn't quite land fully there, so they actually still hit some cover. It seems not doing full damage. I was actually gotten a wipe then. Luke's rifleman. That been pretty nasty there for Quritz. Very nasty. Interestingly enough, despite having part 1 in front here, they're somehow still getting the heavy car bonus, which is a bit of an odd quirk at times. But then again, apparently the part washing in space made more layers, and all the way Grenadiers are finally pushed back as the cover crumbles. Up north, some units there were pushed away by a few plucky Grenadiers. Got the anti-tank out there for Luke. Stuart heading southwards. It's going to hunt some Pioneers, some Krauts. And we got the Pack 40 here ready to blow apart any army panzers. Quickly falling back in the face of the Pioneers with the flamethrower. to a more safer distance. Of course, the problem is that actually allows them to get into heavy cover as a rifleman, which actually just makes it worse. Whereas here there's no heavy cover, so they actually had a better chance. There you go, Pioneers getting flanked. Nice hit there. Good AoE hit fact on the Pioneers, taking them down to half health. In fact, almost getting them wiped there with the Stewart. That'd be pretty good. Right now, I think Luke, though, is suffering a bit from... He's focusing too much on the centre victory point, not enough on the rest of the map. In particular, he's not doing a lot to slow down Quiritz's resource, whereas Quritz is, I think, much more comfortable, playing around the centre, looking to outflank and outmaneuver his opponent, that way going for the resources there. So, in this regard, Quritz is definitely, I think, displaying a more strong play around the map there compared to Luke. It does feel slightly tunnel vision here. Just so slightly, ever so lightly. Also, he's now almost got all of his units upgraded with light machine guns. Even the rear echelons with minefields have been equipped with them. In fact, the only thing that hasn't is one remaining rifle squad, which has not had that pleasure yet. There you go, heavy damage rifle, need to retreat out and have the negative cover. Lots of grenadiers. Captain supporting, got the student running up. He is possibly where the Pack 40 is trying to move in such a way that Pack 40 can't hit, but even there we go. Nice range there, and oh, need to retreat, fall back. But yeah, I think Luke needs to sort of exercise more pressure here and here rather than just focusing on this very particular small part of the map, which again doesn't really hold the resources or anything like that. I mean, he's not doing a lot to really slow down Quritz then and prevent him from taking up fast comparatively. Luke following up here with the Stewart. Not Stewart, but a mortar half train. He's got the Stewart, but that needs repairs. So some light artillery here to flash out the Krauts. We shall see how much that helps out Luke. Panzers there healing and forcing. Got taken there for Quritz and the 3rd Panzer Grenadier Division. Rather than firing from inside the church, going down a few Grenadiers. Nice hit. The rear sun's Grenadiers up, coming in from the cat. Mortar fire raining down as well. Stewart being fixed up. Grenadiers on watch for the northern victory point. He's got the centre one finally. We'll have to see, of course, if we can withstand the next assault coming for Quritz, because that's allowing to have some Panther support. That's the 3rd Panzer Division, was able to call on some armoured assistance from another division, most likely the 21st Panzer Division. Besides his own Stugs, that is. Now he goes for the Austrian Flak Panzer. An interesting choice there by Quritz. In most cases, you'd go for the Panzer Forces. The Panzer Forces tend to do a lot better as an infantry in a lot of circumstances, plus can deal with armour. But Quritz is interested in the Flak Panzer here, got these flying back in the north, leaving the victory point there open. Nice small victory there for Luke, who still isn't going for the fuel point, instead he's going for the far southern point. Still, he is getting a nice chunk of the map here now against Quritz. A nice big chunk. We got tank types going down there, so grabs the far southern point, in fact. Flak Panzer's almost down there for Quritz. Luke's got one anti-tank going down mines, which is very good, very good. Interesting to note here that Quritz is not bothered with any machine gun cruise reasons push back. Here's the Grenadiers from Pioneer support moving in. Up north, Pioneers repulsed, but with some losses to the Grenadiers. And there you go, mine stand for Luke and the 1st Armoured. Flak Panzer in there, setting off a mine leak just down there, but Luke, rather than fortune, more tactics. You need to go. You got the half anti-tank moving up though. Quick shot there, penetrates the Flak Panzer's armour easily in this. Oh, reasons there, pushed too far ahead. Tried to go for calf point, instead they ran into a lot of angry Germans. Ooh, pretty lucky there for Luke, did not get a wipe. Flak Panzer almost destroyed here though. And Grenadiers trying to push across the road are quickly met by coordinated fire there from the Stewart light tank's crew. Well, back here, lots of healing reinforcement on there for Luke. He could consider another rifle squad, another anti-tank gun. Sadly, he hasn't been able to take up very fast. That way, you'd see push out for the Germans right now here versus Quritz. So that is a slight advantage there for Quritz. Panzer taking loss from the Stewart, which again close the Village 2 taking from the Pack 40. Grenadiers here versus Rifleman. Cap moving up there. Mortar attack nearby, as well if necessary. And there goes Stuart, almost knocked out by the German anti-tank. And in the far south, Quritz is just unraveling Luke's front there. One kills from the mortar attack. Howitzer now available for Luke. I definitely not recommend him going for a howitzer now. Quritz is so far not calling in any additional armor. Is he planning to do so another Panzer IV? Is he even planning, say, a theoretical tier 4? Showing some possibilities there. Pearson's captain here against the Grenadiers in the far south, pulling ahead. We got plans from the other side. Armor support in the south would be great here for Luke. Could say flank the Grenadiers, forcing out the heavy sandbags there. But right, there we go. So she's pushed back the Pioneers. Could allow him to deal with that. But flak punch to the rescue here for Quritz. It's Grenadiers in the far south. Going to tank what is here for Luke to pretty much stop the flak panzer. There you go, S-mines being set off there by the flak panzer. North some skirmishing and panzer against the riflemen. Pulling up behind a statue there in the midst of the front. But getting flanky by Rifle, need to retreat. Very good response there by Luke. Most mine's going off. Major out there for Luke's going to be able to pull in anything from it. Luke doesn't have the fuel. Pearson's forced to fall back here. Victory points wise as a night lead here for Quritz over LukePraiseStone so far. There goes Stuart flanking the Austrian. Gets a good hit there, though it does take some return damage from the flak panzer. And there go, good hit from the anti-tank gun. Not quite enough there to finish off the anti-aircraft tank. Pack 4 returns the favour though, but misses in the process. Back here, more healing reinforcement there for Luke, who has yet to upgrade the remaining rifle squad with a pair of Browning light machine guns. What a Browning light machine guns, no longer a pair. Quritz boy is gone here for mechanized, oh not mechanized, spearhead doctrine, silly me. You don't see spearhead doctrine very often from the Wehrmacht, so it's an interesting choice there. We'll have to see how he makes use of it though. Could he be planning a mortar half-track? I mean, a Tiger certainly seems likely at some point then, but how much will make use of the rest of the doctrine is the bigger question. The fight for the centre victory one continues. We got air reconnaissance in here though from Quritz. Good hit, and they're going to use from the mortar half-track. Going to use their push back. And the South Grenadiers opening up. Flak Panther moving in. Rifle need to retreat. Now they're going to tank that gets a good hit though. Match up going in there for the tank rifle. It doesn't quite pay off. Get the troop here in the south, fighting there, pushing back the Germans. North, we also see some progress. They're going to strike called in. I think he's doing it in the mortar after, most likely because he's anticipating Luke won't be expecting that. I mean, who calls in an incendiary or artillery fragmentation bombing run on the half track? Well, Quritz does, and he takes it out artfully, destroying Luke's only artillery piece, ensuring that there's now more of a equality in artillery between the two because Quritz never did have any artillery. So that's a bit of a nasty loss there for Luke. Again, in large part because he just never expected it. I mean, most people would not call in an airstrike on a mortar half track, but Quritz obviously is not everybody. So nice move there up north. We've got the Stu going here for the Grenadiers. You got Captain defending it as well. Panthers are eastward post. Luke can actually go for Sherman right now to put some pressure on Quritz. That wouldn't be a bad idea, though. Of course, Quritz is likely aiming for the Tiger tank, so Luke is more likely thinking to benefit from a Jackson tank destroyer. Troops are here reinforcing. Grab the southern victory points as a Grenadier. There you go, great hit from the Stuart on the Stuart by the pack. But Luke is quick to pull it back again. I do still think he would benefit from another rifle squad with some light machine guns, to be honest. A bit more infantry I think would do a lot to put more pressure on the field against Quritz. Those reactions need to fall back. The Flak Panther getting veterans 1-6 kills. In the far south, got the Major dueling up with the Grenadiers. Not very favorable fight there for Luke. And saying that he gets so good hits there on the Flak Panther being got there. Take aim. He really wants it dead. And oh, for goodness sake, Quritz isn't paying attention. and loses the flak panzer. A moment of laxity spawns a lifetime of blown up flak panzers. But in response, the Tiger has been sent forth here to support the 3rd Panzergunner Division. Some heavy armour to crush the Yankee shrine with. Pinlock machine on the way there. Jackson on the way there for Luke. Good timing there, at least as good as it can come in these situations. Could have probably caught him a bit sooner. From north, some liners comes going on. The captain holding out inside the house against the Grenadiers. And Tiger going here for the reactions, trying to wipe them out with his 88mm gun. And there we go, almost got the full wipe. Just Charles left. There goes straight to the anti-tank gun, pops smoke, falls back. He's taking no chance here at that range versus an American anti-tank gun with the armor-piercing, discarding saber rounds, since the M1 anti-tank has a much higher rate of fire, meaning if there's enough of its shots go through, they can quickly do a lot of damage to the Tiger tank compared with most other anti-tank guns. And the same does go up with ace level anti-tank, really good stuff there for Luke, good preservation. Though he might want to at least bring up another one, just something else. I mean, he's running a bit of manpower here, so there's more options other than infantry anti-tank guns right now. I think could benefit Luke quite a bit. Right, he goes for a mortar half-track again, as Quritz has gone for a 2nd Pack 40 to support his Tiger tank. Rearson trying to cross the road, got a bit of a nice surprise there from Tiger. Jack's moving ahead. And Quritz is quickly making a bit more of a respectful distance there between him and the Jackson with his Tiger tank. Up north stood flanking in there. Very close to actually filling the ace level. We've got a Pack 4 there. More than eager to put a stop to that attempt. In the far south there, rifling is spotted by the Tiger tank, but we got a tank rifling it off. Oh, didn't go off. Oh dear, be unfortunate there for Luke. Big win there. Oh, there we go. Did go off. Rifling on the hand. Also almost off to hell. Problem is right now the train is that he can't easily pursue the Tiger tank and destroy it. So in this regard, Quritz is a bit fortunate. In this regard, the tank jumps actually makes it a bit harder for him to sort of do it. And the Pack 40 covers the other flank, so a bit unfortunate there for Luke. Panzergunner moving ahead here. Putting more pressure on Luke's front line. Got a bit moving in the north up here though. Very good. Cap moving ahead. Though rather depleted. More tough. Could probably stand a bit closer to the front line here, and maybe he should consider using more barrages. The barrages are pretty good ability, and in fact more required now than most mortars auto fire. While it can rely, you usually bet off in many cases trying to look for a good spot to barrage, to be honest. In particular in larger engagements. Captain falling back, they're very fast. Still, Luke is doing his best to maintain control of the vital points here, and losing the fire though. Rifle carrying the flank here from the Pack 40 to line the suit to go for the Grenadiers. Very, very, very close as to the ace level. There we go, gained it for America. Successful force back, so the Rifle got the Tiger tank moving towards the Major there, left to fend for himself. And the tank gun and Jackson here, but Jackson's already down to half health. That is not good there for Luke. That is not good. He's going to need to prioritize repaying that one. There he goes, still hitting the Tiger tank, taking it down to almost half health there. In the south, Quritz continues some heavy aggression there in terms of harassment against Luke. Very good. And there we go, we got a white phosphorus barrage off here from a Luke, probably to try and, make it harder for him to be in certain areas. Panzergunner is moving ahead, Pack 40 covering out. Of course, he might just want to lay down the smoke from around here. In fact, he still can if he wants to. He still can. And Quritz, in an interesting, very late game choice, is actually going for a sniper while he also tried to bait the Panzer with retreating there by throwing the bung grenade and then, throwing it behind them. So he basically hoped that Luke would just panic, hit retreat, and then get a weapon retreat. Really nice move there by Quritz. In this case, the Luke had nerves of steel or wasn't paying attention. Either of those defeat those kind of tricks. Grenade! What? Oh, never mind. Oh, alright. Veteran Fibriations there, mortifying down, almost getting the grenades up north. We got the captain taking out the pack crew here. Very good work there, very good work. Of course, we got the sniper out here for Quritz, beginning to bleed out Luke's troops. Grenadiers, they're close to being wiped out, but they do manage to survive there. And I think Luke should go for a skirmish as soon as he can here. Though he could consider another Jackson to deal with the target tank more efficiently, maybe. But a Sherman I think would help us hold in. We got the student flank up behind here. Going for the sniper, going for the sniper. Bold move here. Almost got the bastard. Lost the unit while not getting the sniper. That was the major loss, so not a major casualty. Still, he was pretty close to ending Quidditch Sniper's life. Very close. And the Center Jackson bringing out into tank and throwing coming fire against the Tiger tank, I guess, or is that the pack 45? Yeah, the anti-tank is all the way far behind there, so clearly not that one. Look, they should go for a tank right now. Instead, he ends up calling in the priest camp. Usually the pack 40s, but the thing is, Quritz is otherwise operating a very mobile force, meaning the howitzers can have to be really lucky and really well skilled used to deliver any, I think, satisfactory damage to the Quritz, in which case they'll have been better off for the Sherman. Plus, the priest generally doesn't do a lot better than the Tiger tank, which is I think, it may be a bit of an oversight there by Luke. Unless, of course, it turns out he's got some other means of dealing with it. He's also got access to one artillery strike. He's got the munitions for one time on target artillery barracks here versus the Krauts, the Nazis. And there you go, priest firing. Well, that's definitely an attempt there, but whether it was worth it, of course, is another story. But seeing as it did absolutely no damage, I'd say probably not. Good target technique on define the south. They could consider maybe an atomic target to the barracks. I mean, he's most likely paying attention to the Tiger, so in those situations, calling the artillery barracks and something else is actually a pretty sneaky but effective idea. You just need to fall back and take here again. Ace level punches there, ace as well, heroic level. Got a wipe there on the resistance. Black machine gun drop. Tried to take out the entanglement with it, didn't quite work out there for Quidditch, and the Panzerguns were simply met with overwhelming firepower, forcing retreat there. 18 kills on the Tiger tank. Rather need to retreat now. They're actually close to death here. Oh dear, it looks like he wasn't paying attention. Oh no. And they get wiped by a sniper on retreat, dropping the light machine gun again. Luke is going to take some severe infantry losses here against Quritz. And rather than changing his tactical approach, I feel like he's just persisting and he's just trying to, you know, brutally beat down Quritz. Problem is, he just allows Quritz to just outmaneuver and hit other points there quite well. Pioneers are repulsed by the Steward light tank. Light machine on the rifle giving them now 2, but Luke is still very short on infantry right now. 75 points, only 4 points left here. Priest could consider firing around here, maybe. Grenadiers moving ahead. Trying to kill some Grenadiers again here. I imagine it seems to be this. Air's trying to shoot again. There we go. Almost got a full wipe there. Almost got a full wipe. Close but not quite there. Pack 4 landing good here on the Steward light tank. Need to be careful in the south cap. Unless his pan's going to be mortified raining down. We should probably consider barrage. Yes, barraging. Very good, very good. We see that he's already slightly moving about his pants to avoid mortify there. Slight movement in the north as he tries to outmaneuver Quritz there. Very good, very good. But he's down at 49 points. The third Panzer Division seems quite well dug in and quite stubborn about it. There you go. Bang grenade lobbed quite a bit away there. Mortar half tech seems to just have really rubbish light hitting the Panzer Grenadiers. Push for turn, got rifle there with double ground machine because the Grenadiers are just getting absolutely pulverised by it, standing no chance they catch ribbons. Up north, mine's been cleared out to go to the victory point there. Nice work, he's down to 50, though here versus Quritz is 420. Will Quritz be placing it as well here for the fatherland? Rifle squad 1, that was his remaining rifle squad. Quite a loss there for Luke. Quite a loss for America. Gonna need to make a run for the light machine gun to increase the firepower further. Sniper creeping ahead. Chris getting ready to fire again, probably around the centre of exit point to catch some units there. Oh, shot up, landed a bit too short. 29 points left here for Luke. 29. Quritz going for the heavy Panzer, could go for a Panther, could go for Sturmpanzer right now here versus Luke. So a few opportunities there, a few possibilities. 25 points left for Luke and the 1st Armour Division. And another fragmentation bombing run. We'll be calling in the same place. No, he calls in the far north unit, wiping another unit there. Good work by Quritz. Really good use of the fragmentation bomb, to be honest. The is just utterly annihilated. Good in the pack for the target weak point stuns the crew of the Jackson, leaving it quite exposed. Target tank could blitz and try and clear it out if he had the munitions. And there you go, Jackson lit on fire. A shafting blow here to the 1st Armoured. The infantry casualties are all being piled high, and Quritz certainly just seems to have nailed it there. That's going to be GG there, a victory for the fatherland, a victory for the 3rd Panzer Division. A loss for America. The 1st Armoured Division is forced to fall back, at least for now. The assault will have to be replanned and rescheduled, and maybe with another officer in charge. So nasty match here on the new map, with certainly some rare usage of Spearhead. Doctor would say Quritz did quite well there. The only thing he actually didn't use was the mortar half track, but otherwise, I think actually also no Panther rotation was used now I think about it, but actually did. So most of the abilities got used, fragmentation bombs were used, and they actually used quite well. And part of the trick he was looking for where Luke wasn't paying attention, I think in most cases, and then used to get a wipe in there. And that's usually a clever way of doing it. Basically try and figure out where's my opponent looking, and then you strike where he isn't with an artillery strike, in this case a fragmentation bomb, and then you sort of get a wipe. So that was really clever down there by Quritz. Overall, he also had a good, grasp of the map. Not just focused in the center, which is where really I think Luke, one of his major mistakes was he just over-focused here. Focused on the rest of the map a lot of the time. There's no real harassment of Quiritz's fuel, whereas Quritz was very consistent about trying to hurt Luke's fuel. So there's definitely some elements that which really in the longer term just gave Quritz the advantage. So well played there by Quritz. Also well played by Luke, but there's just some issues there with the strategy and tactics which just undermined him. And also, I think the priest was just a poor move as well. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If you like what I do, you can support by pledging on Patreon or donating. Links in the video description. Every little bit helps me to keep doing these videos day after day. So most appreciated if you do. This is Napoleon signing off, and hope to see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Bye.